Hello and welcome to my 3 breaths and stretch video. Okay, the first thing to do is to find the most comfortable hand, arm and shoulder position. This will allow you maximum freedom for the breath to enter and exit the body. You must find what position is good for you. We move into the 3 breaths exercise. Okay, this exercise is about becoming mindful with your breath. You are mindful of each breath cycle, which consists of an in and an out breath. Be mindful for the breath in and for the breath out. And you do that 3 times in all. Okay, we're going to come into a semi-supine position. So you use an inch or so of books to support the head. You can fold a small towel over the books for comfort. Now the height of the books is adjusted so that the neck is parallel to the floor and the face is parallel with the ceiling. The head should not be inclined backward and down, nor should the chin be forced forward and down towards the chest, and the thread remains open and free. We extend the stretch by bringing your knee up to your chest, and you repeat on both sides. Okay, we are going to move into an additional stretch. It's called the glute stretch. Your right ankle goes on your left knee, your hands go behind the left knee, and then you pull that knee up to your chest, and you enjoy the stretch in your glute. And you repeat on the other side. So your left ankle goes on your right knee, your hands go behind the right knee, and you pull the right knee up to your chest. And then you come into a full body stretch. So your arms go above your head and your feet are stretched out. As you can see, I ran out of space in my room, so I was unable to stretch my feet out. You're going to come into a fetal position and a side stretch. So you come into the fetal position. That is where the back is curved, the head is bowed, and the limbs are bent and drawn up to the body. You take your arms, one arm at a time above your head and round in circles. You repeat for both sides. You come into a seated side stretch and you stretch over, and this helps you to stretch the muscles surrounding the rib cage. And then you repeat for the other side. And now this is called a half Lord of the Fishes pose. It's used in yoga. So your left ankle goes under your right thigh. You then move your right leg to the left hand side of your left knee. You use your left, you move your left arm, the left elbow goes to the right hand side of the right knee. And for an additional stretch, you turn and look over your right shoulder. And you reverse this by putting the right ankle under the left thigh. Then the left leg comes over to the right hand side of the right leg. Your right arm, or the right elbow, moves to the left hand side of the left leg, and for an additional stretch you look over your left shoulder. We're going to come into a front of leg stretch, so you stretch the muscles down the front of the leg and then you repeat. Keep breathing throughout all these exercises. So we're going to come into a prayer position. So you're stretching your arms out in front. You can either have them stretched all the way out, or you can bring them up to your head, rest them there, or you can come into an advanced stretch and you can put your arms down by your side of your torso. You come briefly into an ankle stretch. I only do this briefly because it can become uncomfortable for doing it too long. And lastly, we're going to do a half over position. So whilst you're hanging over, you breathe into your back and then you roll up. It's good, that position is very optimal for feeling the movement of the rib cage at the back. Most of the time we're conscious of the movement of the rib cage from the side or the front. So now we're going to come into some Qigong movements. So you breathe in and you breathe out. And you breathe in and you breathe out. It's very important to simultaneously bring the hands up on the in-breath and to lower them for the out-breath. Second movement. You're doing almost a sun salutation to the sky. You look up at your hands. That's for the in-breath. And as your hands come down, you breathe out. And then you repeat 2 more times. And now we come into the third Qigong pose. You step your left leg out and you're scooping the energy up towards your head and then out. So it's almost like you're taking the energy and then you're sending it out. So the in-breath is when you are scooping the energy up, and the out-breath is when you're passing it and giving it out. And you repeat on the other side. Qigong comes from China. It is a breathing exercise, and it means energy practice. Qi meaning energy, Gong meaning practice. And now we come into the fourth movement. So this movement is meant for cleansing. So you breathe in, and then as you bring your hand back down to meet the other hand, you breathe out. So the first movement up is on the in-breath, and the downward movement is on the out-breath. And you repeat, or you carry out the exercise 3 times for each arm. And it's known as a cleansing part of Qigong. The difference between Qigong and Tai Chi is Tai Chi depends on a set number of movements in order to work on one of the energy reservoirs within your body. And Qigong, you use different exercises for different energy reservoirs. So the fourth, the last movement is you bring your arms up into a sun salutation and then you bring them down into a prayer position. I hope you've enjoyed the video.